If you're looking to buy a home under $500,000, guess what? On North Lake Travis, we have 96 on the market that might be your perfect match. So come along with me while we look at all the new homes that came on the market this past week. Hey, I'm Emily Diekman. I run the largest and most successful award-winning real estate team on the north side of Lake Travis. We work with buyers and sellers just like you every day, and I would love to connect with you so that we can talk about strategy, what your needs and wants are, and what this market can do for you. All of my contact is below. Please reach out anytime. All right, first let's talk about our inventory levels. We have 274 single family residences on the market right now. They're actively listed for sale, and this is a supply and demand indicator. The median price is what homes are currently listed for, and what it does is divide those homes in half. So half of the lower priced ones are here, half of the higher priced ones are here, and 649 is that median price point. Days on market. The homes that are active on the market have been on for an average of 151 days. That means it is a buyer's market. If homes are staying on the market that long, then they're either overpriced or not the ones that buyers want, or we have a small buyer pool. And finally, closed sales. It's important to look at this number so you can see kind of what the market is doing. And we'll talk more about this as we go along, but we've had 103 closed homes in the past 3 months. We look at 3 months because that's typically what gives us enough data to know what buyers are actually doing in this market. The sold price is $487,000, quite a difference from what we're currently listed at. And those homes that have already sold were on the market for an average of 144 days. You can see active, under contract, and pending. There's 16 that are currently under contract right now. Now, just take in mind that that could be a new build and might take quite a few months to close, or it could be one that just went under contract just a day or two ago. 12 closed in the past month, and then we've had a couple withdraw, expire, and then on hold. But what this data doesn't show you are the pocket listings, and these are homes that are not ready to go live on the market. And if you're looking in this area, you want to have access to that information. So make sure to give us a call because we have quite a few of them and know where to find them. Okay, so here we go. This is one of my favorite parts of being a realtor is being able to look on the MLS, and I'm going to show you exactly what I see. So first of all, we have 13 new homes that came on the market, priced from $329 all the way to $7 million. So let's go in and take a look. The first one is in Jonestown, Texas. It is $329,000, 1,372 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and sits on 0.139 acres. And as you can see, this home looks extremely well built. I love these mature trees that are around. Inside the home looks fresh. It's got high ceilings, wonderful wood floors, and a beautiful wood beam. And when you look at that kitchen, it's got the sage green cabinetry. Looks like the refrigerator's in there and conveys. I could do some damage in this kitchen. This looks like the primary suite. And that bathroom, I love the arched mirrors and that really cool bathroom, or the shower stall. It doesn't look like this would be at $300,000 for sure. This looks like a secondary bedroom and a secondary bathroom. The laundry room has access to the outside, and it looks like the washer and dryer may convey. Here's a floor plan, and the outside area in the back is fenced, and it looks like that's Trex decking. You have great windows here, but you do have neighbors that might be able to see in, and some neighbors over here as well. But nice sized yard. You can see that this is on septic here, and this is probably the drain field. But there you have it. Okay, now we're moving into Lago Vista. This is on Ridgeview, $345,000, 1516 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Let's take a look. Wow, look at the inside. These ceilings have some really unique character to it. It looks like this home is virtually staged. When you look at that, it's neat to see because it kind of shows how the rooms live. And sometimes they look a lot larger when the furniture is in place. So here we are looking at the primary, well, we were looking at the primary bathroom. Here's secondary bedroom, secondary bathroom. Oh, I love some penny tile. That looks like penny, but it's not really. Look at the backyard. You've got some mature cedar trees. Lots of room in the back. Side entry garage on a corner. You can see Lake Travis in this photo, but probably not from that home. I'm familiar with most of the areas, but it's not too far to get to. That's a good thing about Lago Vista. You've got a floor plan with this one, and here are some of the amenities that Lago Vista has to offer. What a great place to live. Okay, let's check out the next one. All right, staying in Lago Vista, but farther down into Lago Vista, Crystal Way, 390, and it's 1554 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, almost a fourth of an acre. Now, this is a Braun home. These are floor plans that retirees, starter families, they really love. They live very easy. You can see the wide open spaces between the living room, dining, and kitchen. This looks like it's just builder grade with the carpet going all the way through, the small faucet here, but you can upgrade those things. So that's something to look at when you buy a home like this that's just basic. There's so much that you can do to it and not for very much money. This is where you put the dining room table, and I love the view of the green in the back. This is one of the front bedrooms, double doors on the closet. Basically a blank slate for you to come in and do something that you want to do. Maybe make it your own with wallpaper, change out some fixtures, walk-in shower that's oversized. Looks like maybe a washer and dryer would convey on this one. And then there's your backyard. Wow. Shaded, beautiful, almost a fourth of an acre. And there you have it. Let's see where we're heading next. Staying in Lago Vista, close to the Lago Vista golf course. This is on Kiowa, $400,000, 2,300 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. Let's see what this has to offer. This is a 2-story home, which we don't have a whole lot of in Lago Vista. And look at the location, how close you are to the lake and the golf course. 2-level balcony, so that's cool. I bet you get some lake views. And this home already, I can tell, has a lot of interest. It's not your cookie cutter home, which is nice to see sometimes. You've got some dated things like this tile in the back and the countertop. Again, if you love the house, you can change those things out for relatively cheap. Black framed windows, some shaker style cabinetry. You have a sink, but I don't see a faucet. So I wonder if this has been AI'd. It looks like that view might be. So let's take these pictures with a grain of salt and just kind of get the gist of the house. This looks like the primary bedroom, and I love the double tray ceiling and the doors out to probably a private balcony. There it is without furniture in it. And this is the primary bathroom. Let's talk about this tub for just a minute. This is a handicapped tub where the door opens up and then it seals shut so you can fill it with water. It's nice for people in wheelchairs who have walking disabilities. But again, this can be changed out if it's not something that you desire or need. And it looks like we have a chair that goes up the staircase. Again, this would be something easy to remove from the home if you don't need something like this. But if you do need it, it's already ready to go. So that's one thing that's cool about this house. Look at this huge wall with the open spaces. That allows airflow and it to feel more open. And the soaring ceilings. This is really a neat home. Lots of bedrooms. Your laundry room has a sink and a little window. And this is the little cove that it's on right here. Siding on the side, brick on the front. You have a floor plan that goes with it and some information about the area. And there you have it. Okay, we're heading into Lakeside at Tessera Prairie Rye. $419,000, almost 2,500 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom on 0.145 acres. This is a master plan community with sidewalks. Interesting floor plans. They are very ready to move into and livable. You can see wide open spaces here. This primary bedroom has an upgraded bay window that buyers pay good money for. Nice size closet, game room upstairs, big enough for a pool table. Now, I said we don't have many 2-story homes. I meant in Lago Vista proper. In these master plan communities, yes, you'll see more 2-story homes. So I like the tile flooring with the carpet just being in the bedrooms, but a lot of lake houses just have laminate or tile or wood floors throughout the entire home because that's easier for lake living. I like a little bit of wallpaper in a secondary bathroom. And the outside patio is not super huge, but you can still put, a couple chairs there for sitting. Looks like this property has been cross-fenced in the backyard. I think this might be a dog run for their pups. And you'll see some of the amenities of Lakeside at Tessera. A really beautiful pool located right on Lake Travis, walking trails, a pavilion for gatherings, and then probably my favorite spot. Okay, staying inside Lakeside at Tessera, we're going to Purple Aster at $447,700, 2,256 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms on 0.128 acres, which is a little bit larger than the one that we just saw. This one is single, well, it looks single story from the front side, but obviously it's 2 stories with an open balcony up above, soaring ceilings. The primary bedroom has tile and double vanity, an oversized shower. Bedrooms on the main floor, and I love this walk-in. So you have the grandness of the staircase and then the archways. I think that's really a wonderful look when you walk in. We are upstairs, so that's a secondary bathroom upstairs, secondary bedrooms, the washer and dryer, what do you call that, a laundry room? Yes, that is on the main floor. And then check out your long distance hill country views and flat backyard. I love it. Where are we heading next? Back into Lago Vista on Northland, $490,000, 1987 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. This is almost on 1/3 of an acre. You can see it's a little bit of an older home. I like the brick in the front, and this one has gutters, which you don't see a whole lot. Your proximity to Lake Travis. Basically in Lago Vista, you can get to Lake Travis in about 10 minutes wherever you are. Look at this back patio and backyard area. I love that it's covered because you can enjoy it when the sun's out or the rain is out. And check out the colors inside this home. Lots of different colors, but it's just paint and it's super easy to change. So don't let that get to you. This is the primary bedroom. This has been virtually staged. And I like having virtually staging just because it makes the rooms look larger than what they normally look like without any furniture. And I know that's counterintuitive. Got a nice remodeled bathroom there. This is an enclosed porch with a glass paneled entry door and a doggy door. So the dogs can just go right out there and do their thing. Has a wraparound driveway, and the garage is actually towards the back of the home, which is nice and a little bit different. Here are some of the amenities in Lago Vista: Barkay Park, Cody Park. We have multiple playgrounds, multiple pavilions, and lots of access into the water. Going back to Jonestown now at $675,000, 2,500 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. This is a relatively new one, built in 2023 and almost on 1/4 of an acre. You can see the view from the patio, and there's Lake Travis out there. Now, if you don't like stairs, taking your groceries up, you may not like it, but it's worth it for that view. Check out this big open room that opens to the dining, kitchen, living area, and those sweeping views of the hill country. That's just incredible as it is, and it feels like in this home, from the pictures that I've seen, that it feels super private. I love this kitchen. The gold faucet, the gold handles, farmhouse sink. Man. Okay, there it is again. So you see how it's positioned kind of in the trees and away from the other homes? So your view is out this way. They've really done well putting it on the lot correctly. Looks like all the floors are hard, which is nice for lake living, as we talked about before. The tile is awesome. All right, well, this is the blue room. Very beautiful bathroom. There's your red room and your white room. It's patriotic. Oh, green. So again, paint, that's super easy. Don't let that offend you. Try to look beyond that. Here's the 2-car garage. Nice overhead lighting. Trex decking on the back patio. I mean, you are looking through the power lines, so some people that's a big turnoff, but I bet you when you live there, they kind of disappear after a little while. Underneath that deck is a lot of storage area. Maybe you start your hiking and walking trails back there. Extra parking up front, so that's really nice. Now, Jonestown, you don't have a property owner association, and you do have lake access via Jones Brother Park. Let's see, next. Pace Ravine, back to Lakeside at Tessera, $699,000, 3,129 square feet. It is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. Now, this is one of my favorite floor plans that I've seen. Look at this open patio as you come in. It's kind of sheltered by all the walls of the house, so it's kind of fun. And look at the wood in this house, from the beams to the floor to the cabinetry inside. I say handsome. I think this looks handsome to me. And I think this is a wood that will age well, unlike the orangey yellow oak of the 80s and 90s. So this is a really nice kitchen. Super big and open. You have a special dining area that looks out to the back of the home. Archways throughout, built-ins throughout. You'll see tray ceilings. Now this is a game room that connects like the main house to like a guest suite. Tray ceilings. This is the primary bedroom and bathroom. You can see that it's a little bit dated with the tile, but you know, a couple of rugs, you probably won't even notice it at all. And a closet's big if you can fit that big safe in there. Some secondary bedrooms. This looks like it's a Jack and Jill walk-through bathroom attaching 2 rooms together. A really nice laundry room. I would spend a lot of time in here. You have a door to the outside, a sink, lots of storage space. And look at this. We don't have many screened-in patios, and I wish we had more of them, because what a way to live in the summer. We don't have a ton of bugs here, but enough that they can get annoying. And this swimming pool, you have a private one, but you also have a community one. And see how close you are to the lake here. These are all green spaces where people can walk, ride their bikes. There are even trails throughout these trees down to the water. Now look how big this garage is. It's almost 2 stories. There's tons and tons of storage in there. And then that's the 3rd car garage. And here are some of the amenity photos of Lakeside at Tessera. Staying in Lakeside at Tessera, we're on Cape Travis Bend, $750,000, almost 3,700 square feet of a house, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, on almost 1/4 of an acre. Look at the tile that goes all the way up to the ceiling in the kitchen. That's cool. And what a traditional, welcoming front. Beautiful. 3-car garage. I see some upgrades in here that are beyond the builder upgrade. Look at all these built-ins here. That is super nice. I can tell from the fixtures and the water faucet and the true farmhouse sink here that they spared no cost when they built this home. So you have a little bar over here. That's super nice. Little workstation. This looks like a game room. Double doors. This is a room out to the front. Nice laundry room. I'll bet there's a sink around that left-hand corner that we can't see. Secondary bedroom, secondary bathroom. Oh my gosh, what I wouldn't do as a little girl to have that set up. Could do some serious homework down there. All right, another room. They have carpets in there. This is a secondary bathroom. Now I think we're into the primary suite, which has a bump out here, which we talked about earlier. That is a nice addition to a primary bedroom, and a really great tub. I'm going to mention another tub in a minute, but I am a bathtub queen. That one is beautiful. I love the sleek square lines, but I'll compare it to another one we see in just a little while. Look at the outdoor living space, fenced yard. You can see this is the home. It's very difficult to see, but here we are. And again, amenities in Lakeside at Tessera. You're right down the Lake Travis. Now you're looking towards Lago Vista that way, and if you come down the lake this way, you're going towards Marble Falls. Oh my gosh, don't we live in an amazing place? Man, well, I live here, and I hope you live here too. Where are we going next? Back into Lago Vista. Okay, this is interesting. Fireman's Trail, $895. It's only 873 square feet. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. It's $1,000 a square foot. Actually more than that. And it sits on 1/2 an acre. Why is that? Look at the condition of this home. Well, that's why right there you got a floating boat dock. So here's the home, and then there's the boat dock. We have to determine if this cove goes dry. That's one thing that we need to think of when we look at lakefront properties on North Lake Travis. So you see this is a cove, and perhaps it goes dry. Maybe it doesn't go all the way dry, so maybe the boat dock will stay floating. But that's one thing a good realtor will help you with when purchasing a home. Killer views right here of the hill country and the lake. So it looks like it's in pretty good condition. I mean, you don't have central AC, obviously. And we don't know if those windows are how old they are. You have white appliances and a very small kitchen. But if you want to come down here and just have like a fishing cabin, this is the place to come. This is in the ETJ property, which means it falls under Lago Vista, and you go to Lago Vista schools, but Lago Vista doesn't service water and sewer. Travis County does come for emergency responses, but you have very low POA fees, if any at all, and you're allowed to build more unique structures on these types of properties. So expect septic and well on properties like this. Some of these areas are super nice. If you want to flip a home, this might be one of them, but I'm not sure the budget works. Check out the staircase down to the water. You can see how many stairs there are. Well, our lake is not constant level, and so sometimes the water can be all the way up here, maybe even higher, so you wouldn't have to walk as far. But we can talk about that if you're looking at lakefront properties, and I would love to explore them with you. Okay, we're getting over $1 million now. 1.595 for 4,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and over an acre. We have gone into the Hollows, which is a beautiful master plan community right around Devil's Cove. If you have heard of that, it's one of the top 10 party coves in the United States. And this is a beautiful traditional home that you will find in the Hollows, although the Hollows have a lot of different types: Mediterranean, modern, this Tuscan style. Look at all the wood and the built-ins here. Lots of money was spent on the finishes in this home, and that's why the price is the way that it is. The inlay in the ceiling, here's more built-in cabinetry. Just really pronounced, fine, and luxurious. When's the last time you've seen a black toilet? Okay, primary bedroom here. Look at that bathroom. It's like a spa. Now that's the tub I wanted to talk about. You can tell that that's not a plastic tub. That's cast iron. And cast iron keeps the water hotter than any of the other new tubs do. So if I'm looking for a tub, I'm looking for cast iron. Okay, and outside you have an outdoor kitchen, which is beautiful. Small step down area to your backyard. Lots of entertaining space and a very nice manicured backyard. I think we might be going upstairs now. Here's your view of the lake, upstairs bedroom. And here you get to see another angle of the property. You sit high up on a hill, so you're looking over this guy's roof at the lake. Backyard again, front yard. Look at that beautiful green. And the pool, this is the one at the beach club. So this is a Hollows amenity. There it is. There is a restaurant here, a gym here, multiple pools that fall down over the edge, and then a wonderful pavilion with barbecue pits out that way. So I've done a lot of parties out there. This is the North Shore Marina. It's an award-winning marina. And here's around that pool area I was talking about with the barbecue pits. There's the gym, pickleball, tennis, basketball, all on one court. And there you have 1.5 million in the Hollows. Here's our final one. If you've been waiting till the end, almost $7 million, 11,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms. So that's 7 bathrooms, 2 half bathrooms, sitting on 3.69 acres. And you own your entire peninsula is what it looks like here. Look at this. You drive up, you park in these garages, and your view is an incredible look up Lake Travis towards Marble Falls. Look at these archways. Okay, so these pictures are not in order, so I've got to kind of talk about them, not like we're walking into the front door, but just all over the place. So look at that wall of arches. Man, I would feel grand walking through there. Of course, you have a gated driveway here, and you are in a gated part of the Hollows. Of you looking down at the private pool, and man, I would love to have dinner out there. A media room, that fireplace. Oh my gosh. Elevated to the nines here. Look at that spiral staircase. I can't wait to show you the bathtub. Now I could do some damage in this kitchen. Look at this beautiful range here. And outside, oh my gosh, it looks like right out of a magazine, doesn't it? So I've been in this home before. Look at this antique woodwork here. And I'm about to show you this right over here. Check it out. A bathtub that you could gaze up at that stained glass window and just forget about life for a while. Amazing. Okay, outdoor kitchen with the green egg if you like to do some smoking. This is a handsome office, so I imagine for the husband, and it has a fireplace inside. Wonderful backdrop for parties, get-togethers, and a sunken wine room. What about that party area? This is totally disconnected with the house. Well, I mean, you can get to it through the house, but it's its own separate, like, speakeasy type of thing, if you will. And terraces down to the lake. Beautiful. There's 3-car garage there, and there's your home. Thank you for watching. My favorite thing to do is look at houses, and that's why I'm a realtor. So you might be asking, is now the right time to buy on the north side of Lake Travis? Well, I would argue yes, because we have so many homes on the market, and I just talked to you about so many price reductions. You just saw the new ones that have come on. They're going to be the harder ones to negotiate with, but the ones that have had days on market that rack up into the 50s, 60s, even over 100, that's where you can make some really good deals. So we have about 7 months of inventory, which means it would take us 7 months to sell all the houses that we have on the market if no new ones came on. In the luxury world, over 1 million, it's 28 months of inventory. So that's the place, if you have the money, that you can really make some great deals. So tons of options, sellers reducing price, and they're willing to negotiate more. Maybe you pay full price, but you get to have some of the furniture or some of the appliances. There's so many ways to skin that cat in this type of a market. Is now a good time to sell? Well, look at those red dots right there. That's all the homes that have sold in the past month. That's not a ton when you compare to the last slide of all the green points. Those are all the homes for sale. So we don't have very many buyers right now, and you have lots of competition. So if you need to move, if the reason makes sense, then you have to price right, because buyers are being very strategic, taking their time, methodical, and they're not going to bite off on something that's overpriced. You can't go on the market right now with the expectation that we're going to try it high and then reduce. You're going to sit on the market. People will wonder why it's been on the market for so long. Maybe the sellers are hard to work with. They want an unachievable price. So that is the most important thing if you are looking to sell right now. I meet with people probably 9 or 10 times a week wanting to list their home, and I honestly tell them sometimes that it is not the right time. I will take their home, I will remember it for potential buyers that come in, but I definitely say it's not time to go on the market if they want to try a higher price, or if their home is just like every other one out there. Thank you for spending time with me today to learn about our Lago Vista, Jonestown, and Point Venture North Lake Travis market, and see some of the new homes that came on this last week. If you're a buyer looking to purchase out in this area, I'd love to have a consultation with you. My contact information is below. I do this many times a week with buyers and get to orient them to our area, show them the things that I love and things that most agents outside the area don't know.